again. I'm Maynard Eaton. You're watching SCLC Today. Joining me, of course, is our President and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Charles Steele, Jr. Dr. Steele, people often criticize SCLC and the Civil Rights Movement, saying it's for us, people our age, our ilk, and that it's leaving young people behind.
You're my senior, you know.
That's true. I look older. But I think LeBron James brought something home to roost with reality that it impacts, racism impacts young people too.
Absolutely, Maynard. Regardless, and we need to get away from the dividing mechanism in our society. If it's not age, it's race. If it's not race, it's education, income, all of it. And that's what's destroying us as a country and ultimately as a world. I've never seen as many separative avenues in society and stratification of our people, meaning the human race, in all my lifetime. You're absolutely correct. SCLC has the history in terms of training, cultural diversity. That's actually a curriculum within the kingdom philosophy that Dr. Lafayette and others in the SCLC, along with you and myself, we've been involved with for many of years. I can actually say 40 years for me.
But to a LeBron James, who said his home was attacked and defaced by cruel and vile comments against racist comments, he's a young man. He says things have not changed.
I think he's about 28 years of age. And, you know, let me just say, all accolades to LeBron James. He's to be respected. He's to be applauded. Young man at this station of his life that understands and came right out of high school into the professional ranks of basketball, not having that buffer before he got to be a professional. Came right out of high school to have the insight and the sensitiveness and understanding what this society and the world is all about. Let me just quote him to the best of my ability that I heard yesterday when he said that I had a talk with my children and my two boys, and I told them being an African-American or black man in this society is very difficult. Regardless of the fame and my being a celebrity, being successful as a professional basketball player, when you walk down the street, you're just another black man. And for him to come out to say that as an African-American black man from a Negroid perspective of his ethnicity, because we are of the Negroid race, and people need to know that. You know, they have the Caucasian race, the Negroid race, and the Mongoloid, people from the Orient and all. We need to know that he took a stand, and he was saying because of our history. And let me just say this. It was a survey that recently came out and brought about the economics aspect. And a lot of this stuff deals with what people don't realize, the ethnicity and background of folks not understanding the education of upward mobility, and we all in the same race, which is the human race. This is something lacking from the educational components.
What he had to say, though, you think, does it speak to the fact that the SCLCs of the world and other organizations, even Black Lives Matter, that we still need these organizations, that things are still needed with regard to the civil rights activities?
Absolutely, but let's look at the history of SCLC, the kingdom philosophy. You look at track records. That's what we do. We go all over the world dealing with cultural diversity or lack of. People understanding the diversityness of just surviving and respecting other people's cultures.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to SCLC Today. Dr. Charles Steele, Jr., I'm Maynard Eaton. See you next week.